But if Tomlin's right, and Aguilar was supposed to meet someone, then maybe this is the other party. Calling to cancel the meeting, maybe? Perhaps, Rhea mused. Her dark eyes remained fixed on the screen. Let's enlarge some of these, and pay closer attention to the crowd. Maybe the mystery date is lurking in the background. I'm on it. I was planning on doing that after I finish uploading. Good. When the other woman hesitated, Cate offered a frown of her own. What's wrong? Nothing. It's just... Rhea shrugged. Still seems a bit silly to rely on my slightly above par sources when you've got a top-notch network to tap into. Though it wasn't an accusation, it still raised Cate's hackles. Rhea couldn't understand why Cate wasn't taking advantage of the resources at hand. Hell, Cate herself could see why that might confuse people. Globe magazine was a powerful media outlet, but Rhea's contacts weren't even remotely comparable to the ones at Cate's disposal. No, at Jim Morgan's disposal. And therein lay the problem, because Jim Morgan wasn't just a super soldier. He also happened to be Cate's father. Her father. God, it still felt surreal at times, having a dad. 4 years ago, she was a 17-year-old girl living in France under her grandfather's thumb, being forced to visit a mother who was brain dead, being told her father had abandoned her and eventually died. But it had all been a lie, an elaborate story concocted by a man who turned out to be a criminal. The grandfather who'd raised her was an arms dealer who murdered anyone who looked at him wrong, and Cate never would have known the truth if Jim Morgan hadn't walked into her life and saved her from a prison of luxury and lies. She had idolized Morgan on sight. Everything about him spoke to her. His commanding nature, his steely strength, his gruff tenderness. He was the kind of father she'd always dreamed of having. Someone who loved her unconditionally, who protected her, who understood the strange itch she'd had all her life. That deep-seated need for action and adventure. Or at least she thought he'd understood. These days she wasn't so sure. I'm not involving my father, Cate said when she noticed Rhea's expectant expression. The other woman sighed. Remind me again why? Because he's a stubborn ass who refuses to treat me as an adult. She made an unflattering noise under her breath. I told you, we're not speaking at the moment. That got her a chuckle. Seems like he's not the only stubborn one in this scenario. Rhea's tone softened. Look, hon, he's your father. Of course he's going to view you as a child. You are a child. His child. I'm 21, Cate protested. Rhea laughed again. Parents will always think of their kids as babies. Hell, I'm 39, and when I go to Mumbai for a visit, my father still asks if I need help tying my shoes. Cate laughed too. So all dads are overprotective cavemen? Pretty much. Maybe there was truth to that. But Cate had a feeling Jim Morgan was 1,000 times worse than Rhea's father, who owned a cigar shop and was supposedly as gentle as a lamb. Morgan, on the other hand, was a black ops soldier turned mercenary. He could kill a man with his bare hands, and he was married to a woman who could do the same. Or maybe Noelle was worse, actually, because if Cate had to choose who was scarier, Jim or his wife, she'd pick Noelle in a heartbeat. All I'm saying is, Rhea went on, he's genetically programmed to want to protect you. But I'm certain that once this article is published, he'll get it. He'll understand that you belong out in the world and not in some lecture hall. I doubt it, she said glumly. He acts like my photography is just an inconvenient hobby. And if he could get away with it, he totally would try to tie my shoes for me. He thinks I'm incompetent. Rhea snorted. Incompetent? Hon, we never would have made it out of that village on the coast alive last week if you weren't so damn good at hot wiring cars. Morgan taught me that, she admitted, albeit grudgingly. See, he wouldn't have armed you with all those crafty skills if he didn't believe you could handle yourself.